The level of devastation here at Mepe indeed cannot be quantified. Apart from inconvenience caused to residents and the displacement, businesses are equally bearing the brunt of this situation. I have with me one businessman to share his story with us, and for him, this definitely is going to kill his business. As to why, we want to know. So give us your name and tell us what you do.
I'm Cosmos from Mepe. This enclave alone, for instance, this house belongs to a customer of me. At least a week, it takes close to 1,500 worth of goods. At as now, it's no more to be located. The area alone, I have about 150 customers. They are nowhere to be found. So I can say my business is totally collapsed. So the government have to come to our aid to help us as a business. Us, we don't know what to do as time goes on.
You told me you are into some distribution business, and these people are your customers that you supply goods to. And now that this flood situation is here, you're unable to reach them, and some even owe you. Beyond this community, which other communities do you supply goods to, and what can you tell us about the conditions of those your customers in other communities that have been flooded?
The same price to the overbank, that is Mapati Copper. I have a customers over there, the same price to them. They also know where to be found. The same applies to Dover. Customers there, they are nowhere to be found. The same applies to Tokpo, Bato, a suburb of Bato, a village there. The same applies. All the customers are nowhere to be found. The same time they owns me, that means my business capital is in danger.
So what are you going to do now?
For now, I'm traumatized. As a businessman, I have to go back to the drawing board and see what I can do to raise my business again. So if the government or some people who can help us will come to our aid, we'll be much happy. I, for instance, as an individual, I need the help.
Can you quantify how much you have lost within the space of a week or two? Say averagely on a daily basis, the amount of money you're able to make. On weekly basis, the amount you're able to make averagely. And these few weeks that you are not able to make that money. The level of loss in terms of money. Can you share that with us?
Roughly a week, daily, I made 15,000 as sales. So about today is a week that the flood have taken most of my customers. So 15,000 a day by a week, just multiply and see the level
of loss that this is
make. Yeah, that have cost my business.
What do you think the government can do in terms of bringing people like you, business people whose businesses have been affected?
We will be much happy if the authorities can come to our aid by giving us some amount of money that we invest into our business. But besides that, the people, their houses are nowhere to be found. The houses is in the water. Where are they coming to stay before we'll be selling to them again? So the government have to come to our aid. One, the people whose house is in the mesh of the water, they should find a place for them so that they stay, so that we can also continue our business with them over there.
As it stands now, what do you think the banks can do for business people like you who have lost a lot of money, yet you are owing the banks? What should the banks do so that at least they can alleviate your suffering?
The same appeal I'm appealing to the government, I will appeal the same to the banks too, so that if they can give us a grace period to pay their money for them, or they'll give another capital to invest in the business.
All right. So that's the story from Harry Cosmos Amevo, who is a businessman here in the Volta region, North Tong area, who has about 150 customers in this enclave alone, but cut across Central Tong, South Tong, and North Tong. According to him, most of his customers are nowhere to be found. Their homes have been submerged in the water, and locating them is a problem. And according to him, the money he makes daily, he cannot make that money now because of the flood situation. He's appealing to government to come to their aid and to the banks to allow them some grace period so that those who have lost their businesses can come back. Carlos Caloni, Joy News.